Good morning. We will talk about how to learn a new language. Surely you have heard thousands of tips to learn languages and how important it is to learn them, right? And it's true. Nowadays, you need to learn languages for almost everything jobs, study grants, etc. But not everything is work and money. Knowing languages will also be useful for you to learn to communicate it in other parts of the world. Have a more open mind and be more tolerant of other cultures and customs. That's why our languages teachers at school make us practice a lot. However, few manage to learn more languages since they don't follow the correct method or don't date um, the best advice for learning languages. Uh, So the question is, do you want to know how to achieve it? We bring you 10 essential steps to learn new languages. So the first is download a chat application. There are hundreds of applications, and each way you can learn a language by speaking to someone who is learning you. So they can help and correct each other. You must get each other to study more. So the second step is find a learning partner. Find someone who is willing to learn from you to talk and have a conversation on the same level. This is way you don't feel that you have a lower level than the other person, and you will not be demotivated. So the third step is watch series and movies in the languages you are learning. So it is it is one of the most important steps. Say goodbye to watching the movies and series. Choose to watch them in their original version and turn on subtitles. You will be learning without realizing it. You must get your family or friends to accompany you to watch the movies or series. Okay? So, for example, in my case, my sister made me to accompany her to see the movies entirely in English. So continue, listen to music. You sure love listening to your favorite songs and singing them at the top of your lungs, right? So now try doing it with music in other languages and you will be enjoying and practicing your pronunciation at the same time. If you listening to the music all that time, and it will make you look for the lyrics to sing it better. You don't have to suspect this step. It was worked a lot for me. Continue and be curious. Make learning part of your daily routine. Anytime is a good time to learn something new. If you hear a somewhat difficult word or phrase, ask yourself and find out how it will be said in the language for you are learning. You must apply this step because it is important that you like the language and there is a scientific evidence of that. You don't just learn in study time.
Okay, continue. Six, set realistic goals. Be consistent and set weekly goals to keep up a good pace of learning. Of course, Make sure these goals are realistic or will end up demotivate. You must get all the objectives. 7. Change the language of your mobile, including social networks. At first, you will think that it is useless, but you will be learning a large amount of vocabulary without any effort and without even realizing it. This step to learn a language is great and very easy to do. Get your friends to do the same and don't feel alone. Number 8. Also use the post-its to learn vocabulary. The same goes for vocabulary picture are the easy way to learning new words with no sticks post-its on different objects around the house to learn to say them in the other language. It is an excellent learning idea, and so you don't have the threat of forgetting the same of things. 9. Know the culture. If you want to master a new language, if it is and know the grammar and spelling, the best advice to learn a language quickly is take an interest in its culture. Get to know get to know its gastronomy, its custom, its tradition, etc. It is one that tips to learn language that you should take very seriously. So, if you know more about the culture, I will make you take learning the new language more seriously. And number 10, travel and have fun. It is advised to travel to a destination or country where the language you are learning is spoken to familiarize yourself with the culture. The way to pronunciation and the keywords that are used. That way you learn a lot and don't commit mistake in the future. And now we will give you some tips based on your page. To behind it is important that you bring a dictionary of the language and that you learn common sentence. It is also very important that you like the new language you are learning too much because if you do not lose interest. And you can use any of these steps. The important thing is that you feel comfortable and enjoy the learning process. Mm, Thank you for visiting our website.
Thank you.